We've got several million in our state coffers now from the legalization of the use of medical marijuana. I think just in February, what we have, 2 million in state revenue, 12 million in total sales, something like that. Where's that money going, and how do you envision it being used?
Well, first off, it's going to go through the legislature to be appropriated to different agencies, and so I think there's when they rolled it out, you pay $100 for a card. I think there's about 35,000 cards now that have been issued, and so we've got to make sure that people that need that help, and the voters voted said, hey, if you need medicine and marijuana is going to help you, we need to make sure that's available. But we also have to make sure that businesses have safe working environments. We've got to make sure that they know how they can address that if they have forklift operators, if you're driving trucks. So that was the important thing on that legislation side. Is make
so
sure
you
we
signed
protect.
another bill, the so-called Unity bill, that has some of those provisions in it.
That's
right?
correct. Because the business owners were telling me, we've got to make sure that we have safe working environments. We get the fact that somebody needs medicine, but it doesn't mean that we can allow public safety, and we've got trucks on the road. And so we really had to get some clarity, because the original bill that was ran through the people didn't really address some of those other needs. And so that was the purpose of the Unity bill that I signed.
Think it's going okay so far?
I do, yeah.
It really strikes me that the energy you've brought to this, and in just talking to the members of your team who I know behind the scenes, say that doesn't slow down. I mean, and you were that way the first time I met you out there in the hallway. As you've gotten into this, what have you looked at? I mean, has there been a moment where you thought I jumped in the deep end of the pool and I can't swim, or is this all kind of exciting?
It is. People ask me, what's the biggest surprise? And I tell them how much fun I'm having. And it's so cool to get a new job and to really be enjoying it, because I am bringing a different environment and different atmosphere to the Capitol. I've met with the other thing is I've met with every single House and Senate member for breakfast, the Democrats, Republicans. Democrats have normally never been invited over to the governor's mansion. I'm meeting with them. I meet with the leadership every Tuesday morning for breakfast. And this is something I kind of laugh at and tell the House and Senate members. I said, listen, guys, I said, my friends back in Tulsa, I said, we were never involved in politics. We don't really know what the difference is between the House and the Senate. So get over yourself, because sometimes they want to make sure that the Senate gets a win. And if the governor gets something, what's the House get? What's the Senate get? Yeah. They want to split everything a third. And I'm like, guys, the people in Tulsa, the people I met in Guyman and Enid and Lawton, they're just taking their kids to piano lessons and soccer practice. They just know we're their elected officials. Let's go move the needle. We're all Oklahomans here. We don't have to play, Washington, D.C. politics. Let's just move the needle. And that's the message I have for the Democrats. That's the message I have to them, because sometimes inside that Capitol, it gets so petty. It gets so, well, you killed my bill, so I'm going to kill all your bills. And no. It's about good government. And here's what we're doing to service the people of Oklahoma. And that's kind of I try to bring them back down to reality a little bit. And it seems to be great. And they laugh at me. And
for a guy who grew up in Norman and went to OSU, bipartisanship's kind of in your wheelhouse, isn't
That's
it?
right.
And now lives in the Tulsa area. Right? Yeah. What are you going to do? But when you talk about that, that's easy to laugh about, not always easy to do. But you've had some good help with that. I know G.T. Bynum has said many times how much he appreciates your partnership. Are you getting that from mayors around the state? And of course, we're very happy with the direction Tulsa's moving.
Absolutely. I had lunch with GT just the other day, and I spoke to the Municipal League, which is the whole group of mayors, and I basically talked about the support I have for the mayors, the local control, the ability for them to be able to run their cities the way they want to. Giving them more flexibility. I mean, I'm trying to help the mayors as much as I can, but yeah, we're feeling economic development. It's a local type solution.
And Dan, I told you about that. He and GT just popped into White River.
Yeah, I was going to say White River. I'm sure the crowd there was excited to see the governor and the mayor. Just
but the problem was I asked GT. I said, okay, what's really important is what you guys eat. And GT remembered what he had, but not what you had. So what'd you have?
GT's on some diet, so he had like a salmon salad, and I think I got the fried fish platter or something.
All right, see there, Mr. Mayor, he remembers.
That's right. That's
Good
right.
man.
Well, I